Alrighty now. We're on to part 4. One of the things I was worried about was Baba Yaga's hut because I've seen people say that a lot of the corners are broken. At least mine stands up straight. But yes, a couple of the corners of the roof, since it's just sitting in a Ziploc bag in the box, it bounced around a lot. Broke off 2 corners. That's probably just going to go in the garbage. But these 2 pieces I can glue back on. I'm sure the final production model will come in a nice vacuum formed box, but for the most part, it is a very nice figure. Oh, the top smashed too. That's what that might be from. Oh, no, it's smashed down. Oh, there's a little bit over there. I'm like, oh no. Yeah, the peak over here is a little bit smashed down, but let me place those. There's definitely some robust plastic. Very rigid. Very brittle. Pick you up a little bit so it's easier to see the whole thing. Hopefully they work out the whole being pre-assembled. I don't think those. Yeah, I think those are more sculpted in. I wouldn't even want to think about trying to pop this roof off without shattering everything. The legs, I was originally going to go, I'll just cut the legs off. Yeah, I don't think that's happening. But here's the little cage with the skeleton. Put all the little bits back in the bag so don't lose them. What next? Dance of Death. The main structure of it kind of reminds me of something out of an aquarium or terrarium. Maybe the goldfish swim through it. But here's one of the dragons. There's the mount, the hands that clasp that some people were talking about. The hand from, actually that's the foot from one dragon holding the hand of another. So they can't really be used as separate dragons without some serious work. Some legs and another torso. Head and arm. Or the top of a head and arm. One of the legs is by itself already. Or I think that's a leg. One of the tails. the other head, top of the head. Two pairs of wings. We'll do one wing at a time. Another wing. I'm sure they're gated so you can easily tell them apart. And the last wing. Very nice wings. Ziploc baggies. Very important for the stuff that didn't come with them, so you don't lose your pieces. I did the same thing for Bones 3. Actually, probably some of these are the ones I used for Bones 3. When I took them out of the bag, I just threw them in these Ziploc bags. Black Sting the Wyvern. I will actually probably not be using this for him. Okay, so we got the head, yep, the top of the head. Back legs, because wyverns don't have arms, they just have wings. One wing, two wings, yon torso. Oh, there's a huge gate. Maybe I won't be able to do what I thought I wanted to do with this. But a while back, I backed the Mother of Dragons Kickstarter by Kabuki, and it comes with a little chibi Mother of Dragons. I had a old T800 skull from one of my loot crates, so I want to position her on the top, have the wyvern go around it, so it looks like it's coming up behind her, and I'm thinking about maybe some at least one winter wolf, a dire wolf for John's, and then I don't know what else. Maybe none of it will happen. It'll just be her standing on the T800 head. That's a black bag. Or maybe I'll just find another dragon wyvern thing to put on there. We'll go to the skeletal dragon. Very bendy. Top of the skull. I'm really glad that the inside is open and doesn't have stuff in it. The tail and one of the legs. Skeletal wings. Up the bottom of the jowl, or the jaws. And spine or tails. Other wing. Nice and bendy base. I would definitely mount this on something. Be right back. I didn't back the first Kickstarter. I picked this up on eBay much later. But you can see it's not hollow in between the ribs. Sure, it's not as big as this, but all in all, it was very nice compared to Caladrax. Another Ziploc bag. Now, the zombie dragon. I had the other bigger zombie dragon that came out at the same time as Caladrax, but I gave that away to a friend. This is much smaller. Little base. Part of me wants to try to figure out how to turn this into a zombie wyvern without it looking completely dopey. But then part of me is like, why are you giving yourself such a headache? Limbs, tail, head. Zombie head. And I'm sure you've heard everyone expected this to be much bigger, but everything can't be ginormous. Because where would you store it all without buying tons and tons of cases? And traveling the game would just be a bugger. Alright. One of the nicer figures. They are all nice, but this runs the case of surprisingly larger than what we expected. Or at least from what I hear people mention. Parts of the base. The rest of the base. A very rigid flight stand. A gate that fell off of something. The belly of the dragon turtle. Some flippers. For a second there, I'm like, does something go in his mouth? But I think that's just his throat. Focus. I might have to just do what Dr. DRPG did and wear black gloves. I've got my pink gloves in the other room. The old method of moving it back and forth. More flippers. I guess these are the back flippers. No, these are the front flippers. I think. Yep. Back flippers. Looks like More decorations for the base. A rather beefy tail. I don't know how it's ever going to pull this back into its shell. And the shell. Not the shell, the shell. This is important. That'll go in there just to get it off the table. Now, Argent, the venerable, ancient, however you want to refer to him, silver dragon. I purchased two. Originally, I was going to do them as a pair of statues. But then I'm like, giving this one away to a friend in Georgia. Nice rocky base. Very hefty, beefy body. Look at the size of those gates. Not gates, I'm keyed. And wings. Yep. Same place where everyone else I've seen where they cut the sprue off at the factory. This one doesn't have it. It has got a little. Maybe that's it. Yep, that's it. Just not on a spine on this one. It's right in the center. I'm gonna pick up the tail, the head. Ah, that was better. That focused nicely. Oh, now I spoke too soon. There you go. Pick you up again. So my hand breadth is 9 inches from pinky to thumb like this. So the wings are over 9 inches. And 9 inches, about 10 inches across, I think. Maybe more. Well, this one's curved, so it's not as bad. Put this back in the... Well, hopefully I can put this back in the box. Because nothing goes back in the box. They use weird temporal spatial magic. We prefer to put things in packages. Alright, maybe just spatial, not temporal. Yay, back in the box. Now this one I'm just going to make sure it's all here. I should have thought of that first. Nope, I didn't stab myself. Come very close. Always cut away from yourself. Face, tail, body. See the head in there, both wings. I'm not pulling it out the rest of the way because I don't want to have to deal with that. there were some complaints that Argent was originally supposed to be 12 inches tall. Honestly, he's still rather heavy and of decent size. So that'll be it for this part.